Hello, dear insiders. Yes, insiders, because you are committed to creating success from the inside out. And I love that. So here I am today with a reader question. Caroline says, how to get back on track with work when I'm feeling low energy and motivation. Oh my. Yes, this is the story of my life. There are so many times where I've been like, oh my goodness, I don't feel like working. And this has been really kind of the story of my own fall. Getting back to work has been tricky. So I thought I would come on and share with you, dear Caroline, some ideas. Again, generated from the inside out and see what works. And here goes. I'm only going to do one take of this video because, it's kind of like we're having a coffee together, right? Okay, so where I think I'd invite you to start is curiosity first. What do I mean with curiosity first? This is not the figure it out line. This is not kind of saying, what's been going on in my life that has kept me away from work? Kind of looking outside ourselves to say, I've been distracted with this. I went to this. I did, I was on vacation. So I was busy with this other thing. I was procrastinating. This isn't a scan your life for the reasons why. I'm all up for honesty, but what this is really about is activating curiosity inside and saying, what is it that is going to reactivate and reconnect me to my energy and my motivation? So a real, and letting yourself scan inside as opposed to looking outside your life for what could be contributing to this. Probably are some things. Let's start here. One of the questions that I love on this is, what do I feel like doing today? What do I feel like doing now? You want some honesty? It isn't always work. But by asking ourselves that, what do I feel like doing? It's giving permission to that part of us that has motivation or energy for something. And even if it's not work related, what we can do is that once we start to connect with that part of ourselves, we can build it into our day leader. Maybe we can take a break and already go and do it, but it starts to listen to ourselves and get that going again. I'm acknowledging it isn't always all about work, which is a good thing, right? So listening into, what do I feel like doing today, by activating a bit of curiosity. Second thing that comes to mind is the whole idea of input first, output second. So many of us, self included, often wake up with this, like, what do I need to do today? Or we sit down at our desk and it's like, what do we need to do today? What needs to be done? So that's very much an output first kind of way of approaching things. It's a well-honed muscle. Thank you for that. And if you think about like the car metaphor, even if it's a bicycle or you're walking, electric car, gas, it's this idea of, what do we need to fuel ourselves with before we get into output. So you're mentioning I'm low energy. It's like, what could raise your energy? What could give you a sense of, I've got a bit more in me to give? What do you need to start to feel buoyant enough to get it back into the work? Because that matters. We don't want to start with this output second, because that's already the thing we know. It's listening and saying, how do I want to nourish or fuel myself today? So then the third thing I'd say is, now it's a bit of an inconvenient thing, but can you seize the opportunity here? Seize the opportunity to connect to what matters. Like this work you're doing, why are you doing it anyway? What does it matter to you? And this isn't, again, like a head question, like this is why. It's like an activating the heart space. Like, why does this work matter to you? Why do you devote yourself to it? And it might takes some stirring, but it's like letting yourself marinate in what's important to you, and giving yourself over to that question to remember, to reconnect to it. And I'm a big believer that, whether we go on vacation or we get involved in things non-work related, that what we are up to in the world, that purpose, that intention, it doesn't wash off in the shower. It doesn't go away because we took a break. It's there. It's always available to us if we choose to kind of come back to it. So there's a bit of an opportunity here to reconnect to what matters. Finally, I'd say that I'd invite you to show up for your work rhythms and your schedule. What I mean by this is that our bodies remember. Even if you show up your desk and you don't quite know what to do, or you don't feel like doing it, or it's this, your body will remember. On Mondays, my body kind of knows that it's about, writing and creating. If you usually finish work at 5 or 6, stop work. Even if you haven't really done much, stop then. If you normally take a break at 12:30 to disconnect from screens, stop and do that thing, and let that embodied way that you already have around your work kind of be a bit of a guide for you, a bit of a, it's there for you and with you. So just show up and let that rhythm kind of be reactivated. Whether you do anything or not isn't the point. It's the showing up. It's the sitting there and being available to do the thing. So there you go. Here's a few reasons. I'd probably pepper in here that asking yourselves these questions: what I feel like doing today, how will I nourish myself, why am I? These questions don't always have immediate, like, oh yeah, answers, like, but it's that constant kind of reconnecting to those questions and being willing to ask them and being willing to listen that can start to really awaken that inner territory that has that energy and that motivation, and will offer you, again, as you ask, ideas and thoughts and perspectives that then can be married with your oh so strong muscles of getting it done. So there you go. If you've enjoyed this, say thanks, Caroline, for asking the question. And if there's something that you'd be interested in knowing, yeah, let me know what you'd like me to jam on, and I will bring my coffee cup and some thoughts for you, and have yourselves a good one.